Hi everybody, Ricky here from Brifford Great Danes, a faith-based Great Dane breeder. I want to share something with you that really touched my heart and kind of confirmed what I'm doing here, right? A lot of people don't understand I'm talking about dogs and faith and, kind of being guided by God, and it's like God working through me and the dogs to get to you, the puppy buyer. I'm meeting all these beautiful families, and just people are calling me and asking me questions, and it's just been like, they say find something that you love and it won't feel like you're working. Well, I have another business, and this really just feels good. So thank you for your support, subscribing, and following me on social. We're everywhere. Brifford Great Danes. You could join us wherever you would like. But I want to share something really important. We just had another deposit come in. So we're going to have a litter in the spring, Mama Dutch's. We're going to be breeding her back to Moose. He is the male that we used in the last litter. So if you look at Rocky and Apple, that's the male and female I kept, and you'll see the other pups in my videos. So we're doing a repeat breeding, and I am so blessed. She's going to be going into heat soon, and we already have, this is our 6th deposit that came in. I'm probably keeping one, so at the moment we're looking at 7 pups and have found families, and unbelievable families. But I just want to share something with you because, people fill out a puppy application. You could go to BriffordGreatDanes.com and fill out an application if you're interested in a pup. But, I often will ask, well, where'd you find me, right? Because I'm social media and I'm advertising. And so just curious, kind of like, how'd you find me? Like what brought us, out of all the Dane breeders and all the people, what brought us together? And here it is. This is the answer that somebody gave me, our most recent deposit. I'm not going to name names, but it's just beautiful. And I just want to share it with you. All right, so this is the response to my question. Hey, where did you find us? I was Googling reliable and honest breeders near me. I found a few, but I have to be honest, I'm very into my faith. And finding your website just really felt right. So I'm just going to pause there for a moment because, again, people were saying, when I share stuff in Facebook groups, they're like, oh, are the dogs blessed? Are they, are they better than another dog? And yes, they are blessed. And they're a blessing to me. I mean, so it's interesting how people come at things like in a negative manner, like as if I'm trying to use that to sell puppies. That is so far from the, this has, very little to do with finance. I mean, yes, money it helps you grow your business. Like I just LLC'd my business, opened the bank account, and we're going to be paying taxes, and I want to do things right. So yes, that helps me get there, helps me feed them better, helps me take better care. There's a lot involved. When we had pups, I basically was living here in the basement. I'm in the basement right now. This is my headquarters. This is my office. This is where the dogs stay. We have a couple different rooms here, and then I have the garage where I take them out a lot. But when you have pups, you're 2 months of like hunkering down. So there's a lot involved. But what I'm really trying to say is, what happens is when you follow your heart and do what you feel is right, even though it may sound weird to people, maybe it doesn't make sense. But what starts happening is you start finding your tribe. Your people will show up. So advertise your business or let your heart lead you, and then people will follow. You're going to connect to the right people at the right time, and it's the same thing for them. Like this person was looking for Great Dane breeders. And we found each other. Now, who do you think's moving the pieces around? You know, we think we're doing all this stuff. Like, I'm a true believer that God's moving our lives around and making these coincidences happen and all of this. So, this is a message for not only dog breeders, like whatever you're doing in life. Just do what feels right to you, and then people will follow. You're gonna find your tribe, and that's what's happened here in this text. So I'm gonna continue. So I'm very into my faith, and finding your website just felt right. And this is not the first time. I've had people that aren't even buying dogs, and they're just texting me, hey, kind of like, I like what you're up to. Like, keep doing it, you know? Okay, it's a scary process. It's true. With all the scams, and there's so many options. You could go online sites, and there's hundreds of puppies for sale. Hundreds. And who's who, what's what. I'm not saying I have better dogs, but I think I do. I'm getting better. You know, I love bloodlines. I love like the history, the pedigree. You know, behind the scenes, there's a reason behind every move I make. Breeding this one to this one. I'm keeping this puppy. So there's a lot of thought and care involved. So yes, it is scary, of course. This is a dog that you're going to be taking care of for years. I mean, these Great Danes are big. They eat a lot. They're expensive. A lot of health care. The bigger the dog, the bigger the cost. Training and, but extra love. Yeah, there's not like a big Great Dane giving you a hug, All right, I think there are a lot of shady breeders out there. I mean, I'm not going to get into judging. That's like, people do things for certain reasons, and people do things certain ways, and that's, let's just hope that we all learn from our lessons, and we all try to be better people, better breeders as we move along. So, a lot of shady breeders out there. And when I stumbled across your site and social media, I felt at peace. That's what I want. I'm sorry for keeping stopping. We're kind of, we're having a coffee here. We're having a beer, Just want to pause there because, again, this text like really, really hit me. And I printed it. I'm gonna actually have this like printed nicely and probably framed, because this is everything that I'm doing here. This is what it's all about. Where am I? So I stumbled across your site and social media. I felt at peace. So as a breeder, don't you want your client, your new friend, your family member, you want this to be a peaceful process, a learning process, it's like the coming together of a family, It's almost like you're getting married into each other through this dog, right? So, and that's where I believe like God brings me closer to many people through the dogs. Like the dog got me to this person, the puppy gets me to this person, and then that sparks something in my heart, and it just kind of gives me a pat on the shoulder to say, you keep going, you're doing the right thing. It's almost like a little reassurance. That's what this text is to me. Okay, it's a big commitment, physically in this case, she puts, which is true, and metaphorically. This dog is going to be my baby. This is a family member, right? I mean, this is how you want a potential puppy buyer to look at it. This is a big commitment. This is a big deal. I want to make the right decision. This is carefully thought out. This is no impulse buying. Like when you go to a puppy shop, you're like, I want that one. That one's cute, you know? So that's why I like getting getting deposits beforehand. It really lets people kind of soak in. We're getting to learn about each other. You're going to be going through the whole process of mom being bred and watching her belly get big and watching those puppies be born and picking your dog. And there's a bond that starts happening really early. Before you even meet this dog, energy flows. So I'm a true believer in, you don't have to physically touch it. You may not see that dog for 8 weeks after it's born, but the physical energy of you picking that puppy, he is now, you're like sending love its way, and that puppy is feeling it already. The puppy is already getting all between love from me and my children and my wife, the other dogs that we have, they're getting that compounded love from you prior. So I do love the process of getting deposits, and also gives me a moment to like forget about the worry of selling dogs, right? Like let me focus on the care of mom and the pups. This dog is going to be my baby, and I want to make sure he's coming into this world ethically and with the most love. And that's what we're trying to do. And we're trying to find the families that are gonna continue that love. So God bless you all. Thank you for listening to me. I'll still keep taking deposits because she usually has around 10 pups, but we're getting close, to pausing at the moment. Maybe I'll do like backup stuff, but it's a blessing because again, we're starting to kick up her feed. She's feeling good, a little, more exercise, and we're getting prepped. We're getting ready for mom to go into heat, and it's showtime, and I am super excited. So I'm going to read this to you one more time, the whole thing, because again, it meant so much to me that I'm going to print this, and I'm not going to name the person, but if you watch this, you know who you are, and this means a lot to me. This, this is God bringing us together, and bringing you a beautiful, healthy puppy that will be loved. All right, one more time. My question was, where'd you find me? Meaning advertising, because she filled out a puppy application. I was Googling reliable and honest breeders near me. I found a few, but I have to be honest, I'm very into my faith, and finding your website just really felt right. It's a scary process. I think there are a lot of shady breeders out there. And when I stumbled across your site and social media, I felt at peace. It's a big commitment, physically in this case, and metaphorically. This dog is going to be my baby, and I want to make sure he's coming into this world ethically and with the most love. I will provide that. God bless.